can't, but
Okay. Yeah, I know you don't got headphones in though, so I don't know for those headphone users. Every little thing probably goes crazy for them.
it could be like,
Right.
yeah.
So what's going on, guys? Another episode of Lucky Ocean Podcast here with Clean, who recently just became moderator of.
House of Titans.
Hell yeah, man! You want to talk about that? Are you excited about it?
Yeah, I'm excited. I put my app in, and then literally the next morning, the head moderator got a hold of me, and it was just like they were vetting me, being like, hey, kind of like, what's your history? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are your goals? Like this, that, and the other. And they offered me a spot, obviously, because I know Apex, who's the founder, pretty well, and some of the people inside there from Phoenix Arena. And so, which Phoenix Arena is it's like a game that's coming out. It's actually pretty cool. But yeah, so I was very interested in the project. The art obviously is pretty killer, and so yeah, I decided to join up, and so now I'm just kind of like, I spend a little bit of time in Discord, mostly on Twitter, but I've been switching back and forth. I think the big thing is we're like bottlenecked right now because there's so many applicants that you really have to like comb through, and we're getting down to the part where it's like you have to be really judicious with who you're letting in and stuff like that. And so I'm having to comb through people's tweets and make sure there's nothing like weird on there. And then on top of that, it's kind of like it's getting down to the nitty gritty. So we're trying to get like whatever, some influences in there or like whatever it may be. So yeah. Hey, thanks, Voodoo. Oh my
Always
God,
shout
I'm
out to
showing
Voodoo.
off. But yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's really exciting. It's good, I think, so far. And it's only gonna get bigger. You know what I mean? So chat and Discord is kind of like a bunch of good mornings. You know what I mean? And like people like trying to stay like relevant, but yeah, like it's super super cool. I like it a lot so far.
Yeah, and before we get too far in, I do have a fan running. Clean says he can't hear it. If any of y'all can hear it, if it's annoying, just let me know. I'll turn it off. But yeah, so how did they pick the mods, right? Because I imagine there are probably a lot of people who are trying to apply for these mod positions. Like, how did you get picked out of everybody?
Well, so I think my application, like, because you had to apply to be a mod as well. And so in my application, I was just like, well, what do I want to do to get in? What could differentiate myself from like the next person? And the big thing that I was like, it was just like, obviously having experience in the space and kind of knowing where we're at in Cardano and knowing some people in the space, like probably helped out, knowing Apex, being very social previously with a bunch of people. And then, kind of saying to them, you know, I've been an observer in the space and like kind of seeing what's worked, what hasn't worked, and like taking a lot of notes and like kind of seeing like how we can trend our own way. You know what I'm saying? So where it's not like we're doing stuff that like Ape Society does or like what Chilled Kongs did or like Clay, right? Like forging our own path. And I said it's not about like kind of what's trending now. It's kind of like you have to make what you're doing a trend. And so that involves like a lot of social engagement and connections and like talking to people. And so I think that was pretty unique. And then also I said, you never have to pay me for the life of the project. I'm sure that was like pretty attractive too. I don't know. I don't think any mods get paid right now. And so
Free
that's
labor
cool.
is always nice.
It's, it's always different when it's like, after the project gets ADA and if it takes off and everything's successful, then mods might have like a little chip like, hey, this is like, compensation or whatever. But me, I'm just kind of like free for the life of the project, so it's cool.
Imagine you get a whitelist spot for it though, at least, right?
Well, yeah. So anybody that's on hot list or the house list, right? House of Titans list, that's a whitelist spot.
Right.
And so you got one or whatever. Anybody who's in there right now has an automatic like whitelist.
Yeah, and I'm applying to try to get some for the community. So we'll see how that goes. I applied with because they don't want to do a traditional whitelist giveaway, right? Like, and maybe I should just go to Twitter so that we're not just like chilling on nothing. But yeah, I'm using a new
Nick, this is the Twitter app. I don't know if you know what this is.
I'm using a new like browser tab because, you know,
Yeah.
I just think it should be like nice. People shouldn't be able to see like all my tabs at the top and like all my search history. Like when I type in stuff, it's just it's not embarrassing. It's just not professional.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. Why
But
can't
yeah.
I?
So you're in
This is so annoying. I
you've
haven't logged
been
in on here yet.
experimenting with Twitter.
Yeah, I've been in a few more. This is so annoying.
You should
I
just keep your
already
tab
have.
open.
I really should have. I should have done this beforehand. I just didn't think it would be like this. I'm signed in. Am I not?
No.
What? This is my account. This is what I signed in with. Maybe it's not. Maybe I used a different email. But yeah, I was on a Twitter space with Ada Dolphin, who I used to be on Twitter spaces with a lot. And he just kind of hit me up and was like, yo, I want to run a Twitter space. Like, when do you want to do it? And I was like, right freaking now. And he was like, all right. So we just kind of did like an impromptu, Twitter space, and it went pretty well. We had like 30, 40 people in there at one point. And I was like, damn, this is my like kind of welcome back to Twitter,
Yeah, it's cool. As the mod of like Titans or whatever. So, I'm splitting time between Discord and Twitter. Twitter, for everybody who doesn't know, like if you want to grow your audience, Twitter's the way to go. Discord is more of like a hype machine, sort of secular just for your holders and stuff like that. So you're not necessarily going to grow on Discord. It's just really good to increase like patronage and stuff like that. And so, the way that it works is like you always release info on Discord first, and then get like, hey, read this tweet or like whatever it is. I'm about to announce this. Everybody go ape shit right on Twitter, and then release it on Twitter, and then just you have automatically people retweets, likes, comments, and so that is pretty exciting. I think that's definitely the way to go. Stop, you gotta stay out of here, dude. So yeah, it's more along the lines of like growing the audience. So I have to split time between both.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely get it, because we were talking about Twitter too, and I was like, I do like talking to people, and I do remember Twitter Spaces, and Dolphin hit me up, and he was like, people have been asking, like projects have been asking to jump onto Twitter Spaces with people, and he's like, but NFA is no longer a thing, and a lot of the I guess the other spaces too, just in general, have been dying down. So he's like, I feel like we could kind of fill in that niche and just interview some projects that want to get some exposure that way. Plus, we get to speak to projects. So that's going to be something we're looking into. We're still building, me and my brother, the landscaping business, and that has kind of taken off a little bit like quicker, and not taken off like drastically, but we went from 2 to 3 houses to now 4 houses. And just today, this morning, I woke up to a call that they want their entire sod replaced. And the neighborhood, because we have what is it? The neighborhood, like, not watch.
HOA.
Yeah. They said they'll replace the sod because it's not taking in a lot of people's yards, but they're not going to install it for you. So they're kind of being rude about it, in my opinion. They're like, oh yeah, you want sod? Here you go. And they're just dumping it on people's lawns. Like, you got 2 days to put it in. Hopefully you know how to do this, or have like 8 hours worth of your day. So they're basically scrambling. And me and my brother are like, well, we can do it, but we don't have the proper equipment. So this is going to take us like 8 hours to do, So we're like $500 a lawn, and they're like, done. So now we have 2 lawns to do tomorrow. It's going to be an all-day event. We're going to be drenched in sweat, but we'll come out of there $1,000 richer. I'm pretty happy about it.
It's good. I mean, think about it this way: is like this is not about where you're at now. It's about where you're building, right? And so, if you're the people that are there and like help them in a pinch, who do you think they're going to go to next time? Or if somebody has like a Facebook, right? Like that's what you really need, is like a freaking Facebook, dude. These old people who own lawns, not these like teens that are in apartments and stuff like that. Old people have Facebook and old people have lawns. And so these people need like, and they don't like doing it either. It's amazing how many people don't like trimming bushes, other things like that. They'd rather just offset it because they don't want to do it. And so
I mean,
you're the
I get it too, because but like I said, it's going to take about 4 hours per lawn tomorrow, and these people work full-time jobs. It's like, when are they fitting that in?
right.
You know? So
And
it's
the
like,
HOA, they don't care. They're like, you have 2 days to put it in.
well, they're mad that they even had to replace it in the beginning, right? Or in the first place. But what they're doing, or what they did with our yard, is they put in the sod, but then they didn't water it. So then it's just like, well, what do you expect's going to happen?
Oh yeah.
So like they waited for people to move in, and then then we started watering it. So it's just
Yeah.
like, bro, you can't do that. People are gonna be upset. So I don't know. I feel like they're kind of being like, sore losers about it. Like,
Right.
yeah, this is gonna cost us money. Yes, it's our fault, but screw you. So we're not gonna install it for you. They're
Yeah.
just being petty. But
Yeah. So
yeah,
but that's good for you though.
it is.
And
Yeah.
so again, like this is all about setting up your future. Like these people will contact you again. I hope you know that.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
for anything.
Well, see, this is a really cool opportunity for me and my brother, because it's a brand new neighborhood. So everybody's learning everybody together. And so like, and the neighborhood's so new that the houses are still being built. So like, we're not only seeing it from ground up, but we're also watching like neighbors move in one by one. And as they move in, it's like, hey, we're the dudes that do this. We've already made business cards. We put them up at the model home. So every time somebody goes to look at a house there, we're friends with the real estate agents who
Right.
work up in the model homes. So they pass out our cards for us. So
Right.
like, we figured it all out, and I'm helping her trade too, because she wants to become a day trader. And I'm like, I'm not a day trader. I'm not good at that, but I can
How
like,
old is she?
she's in her 50s. I'm not sure what age.
Is she married? She could be your
Yeah.
sugar mama.
No,
Oh
she's married. I'm
man.
cool. I'm cool with the dad too. They're a great family.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they're cool as hell. Actually, he was gonna help us start up the business too, because he has his own business, and he's like, I can help you out with the LLC. I just turned my LLC into an S corp to help with taxes, and like,
Right.
he was telling us all about this stuff, and I was like, okay, cool.
Do you guys
So
have your own LLC and stuff?
we're in the middle of creating it,
Dude, get it. You can start writing off toilet paper and whatnot.
bro. We're already talking about all the write-offs.
What's up, Hug Note Rose? What's up?
Yo, what's up, man?
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
dude, this is
excited for
pretty
it for
interesting,
sure.
right? So, like on a micro scale, like that's how a project needs to be. So when you're looking at NFTs or whatever, and people like, any new Discord or like new group is just like that. It's a new neighborhood, right? And so as you're inviting people in or like whatever, you got to have stuff for them to do. Like and I brought this up to, which is a really good segue. I brought this up to Titans, and they were like pretty receptive to it. I was like, so if new people are joining, probably what we need to do is like just have somebody from the community or like whatever people, separate part of the Discord, like a channel to where they create the banner your first day. So like you automatically have a Twitter banner that you can rep that's really like high quality. So number one, we look more organized. Number two, we're reaching and out to the community and stuff like that, and everything is good. And then that's so much better.
Yeah, sorry about
And
that. That was driving me insane.
so it gives them something to do. Lets them feel like they're part of it, right? And so you got your own Twitter banner, your own like PFP that you can work on, and other things like that. And so we're coming up with different ideas on what people can have day one to make them feel like they're actually like a part of it, and offer things that maybe other projects don't do. And then
If you're new, anybody, he's talking about House of Titans, because he is now a moderator for House of Titans. So just want to
this
clarify
isn't
that.
like House of Titans podcast. I don't want to make it seem like that. It's not. Will I shill a little bit, but I mean, I think it's cool. It's just because I think it's cool. I would talk about this the same way I would talk about any up and coming project that I think is really great. So, I wish I could leak some stuff. I am not allowed to. Atlanick doesn't even know stuff. And of course, he's the homie. Like, if I were to share anything with anybody, it would be him. But I'm
Right?
not
Come
sharing.
on, man. Leak the alpha, homie.
I'm not sharing. I'm not sharing Jack Diddley squat. It's all got to be a surprise, right? And so, I think what they're doing is very, very different than what most do in the space. And so, I think it's very valuable, and it's very interesting take on things that you can do. to become aware of like projects, other things like that. The collab list is pretty extensive. They're going to be working with a lot of projects, and so it's super super cool. I will say that I was pleasantly surprised with exactly who they're collabing with. Like there's a whole list, and I'm looking at it, and it's like, holy shit, we're good. You know, you don't have to worry about a thing. So it's good. But yeah, dude, starting a business, being in a new neighborhood, same thing. It's like, yo, how can you get in there to where you're the guy that everybody goes to, right? Or whatever. How can you make these people feel a part of the neighborhood? And so sometimes it's like with a nice little barbecue, like Discord or whatever. Sometimes it's just like providing them value or providing them something different, which is what we're doing. So yeah, I mean, I wish I could show you everything that I've seen, everybody here. I wish I could just open up a tab and just share DMs and like Google Docs and like everything like that. Unfortunately, I will not because I want to stay like a mod on this thing. Because again, it provides a really good like social currency for me, which I changed my PFP from you. Did you see that?
Change your PFP. Hold up. Let me tweet this out. Voodoo just reminded me. Shout out to Voodoo. He's like, tweet out this stream, homie. I'm like, bro, fuck. You're right. We're just talking about how I'm getting good at Twitter engagement.
Yeah, I'm getting good, man. Come on. Yeah, at House of Titans. That's what I would do. Yeah. For sure. Shout them out. Let them know, hey.
Hell yeah.
This. Get those emojis.
And then we can go check you out right home.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. Ooh, you got the Utes and the house. Okay.
The Utes in the house, yeah. And so also something that I'm looking to do is if you see like the way the profile is set up, it's somewhat a little bit like more streamlined, right? Like so it knows exactly like who I am. It's more like attractive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like mod at House of Titans, which is the king, right? And then, you know, NFT trader with the logo, pizza lover, obviously, Utes holder, Lucky Lizard Club, right? And so it looks clean, like again, social engineering to where it's like, this is how we should set up our profile so we look organized as like a community. You know what I'm saying? And get everybody under the same umbrella and like move forward. So that way, like you're generating crazy shit in the space. And like that's kind of the vibe that I'm on. And me and Apex have been talking a lot about this.
Now I wanted to ask you too, though. Apex is from why do I always Phoenix Arena, right? But he's the founder or
no, he was just like a mod / community manager.
Okay.
From there, and then based on what he learned there, he decided to do his own project. And so everybody that's involved, like I've talked to everybody on the team and stuff like that, and we're kind of all collabing. Like mod chat right now is kind of crazy. It's like constant you know, ideas, and sometimes like I have to take a break from it. Like so that's where I go to Twitter and I'm always like, who needs help? Like sometimes I'll be like Apex DMs, I'll be like, dude, I need to concentrate on house list. Like let's just get some people in here so I can get off of mod chat. And so yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty good. I like it.
It is pretty cool though. I'm just glad that that's how it is, because like I know a lot of people worry when multiple people create, or when somebody creates like a multiple projects, right? Like if you go from one project to another, like, or even affiliated sometimes, which is a decent segue into the mint that we had from Bombers, from Crasher.
Bombers, yeah.
So these, I think, would have done much better if there wasn't that temporary FUD that came out of nowhere yesterday. I don't know. Did you see?
I didn't see the FUD, but somebody mentioned like it looks like Retro Heads and what's the other one? Melting Moon Boys or whatever. I think Melting Moon Boys looks pretty freaking cool and rad.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that was like the negativity. The negativity, the FUD, was because they thought that somebody on the team was affiliated with Mad Dog Car Club. So to explain, they immediately got onto a Twitter space and squashed it. And they were like, that's not what happened. That is not true. They were like, we hired devs that worked with Mad Dog Car Club to help with some of the raffles that they made. And so when you looked at some of the wallets, those wallets were the same wallets that Mad Dog Car Club had used for something, maybe a mint. I don't remember exactly what. But no, they're not affiliated with them. They were just similar developers that helped both projects. So somebody, I think in Wise Guys, kind of took that and ran with it. And then everybody else kind of ran with it. And then everybody else was just like, oh, FUD, not going to mint. And I said this in the Discord when I was talking with people, and I was like, I'm well aware of what I'm doing right now. I minted. I am panic selling for, I did the math, I profited 45 ADA after my 3, right? Basically nothing. I panic sold. I knew what I was doing, well aware of it, did not care, because FUD doesn't have to be correct to ruin a project or to make the floor go down below mint price. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And that's what we're seeing right here.
Yeah,
In my
fun just
opinion.
has to be present, like literally just present. It doesn't have to be true. It doesn't have to be anything. If somebody mentions something, and first of all, dude, you cannot get away Jack Diddley swat here in the community. Like we have wallet people that watch wallets all the time. And it's like, no, this wallet did something. You sold one claymate for 8 ADA back when it first opened, and you're fudding, and this is terrible. What a day trader, this, that, and the other. Dude, you're not going to get in with Jack Diddley swat, dude. So, which is kind of crazy to think about. Like,
Yeah.
and what did Mad Dog Car Club do? Like, did they
Everybody
rug
just
you?
hates on him, bro. I kind of don't get it. Like I get that people are like, oh, it's just like another attempt of Boss Cat or whatever. And then people didn't like that they turned them into a car racing game. And then people didn't like the cars, so they updated the car assets. Like people didn't like what they did, but they listened to the community the whole way through and tried to adjust,
Right.
And they didn't rug, from what I understand. Like they're still here.
No, I'm just like, dude, what did Mad Dog do? Like, as far as I know, like everybody knew the deal. Like this was like Boss Cat Rocket Club Part 2, right? And it was like, dude, it went astronomical for a while,
For
you
like the
know?
first 3 days.
Yeah. And like it was good. It was a really good flip. It like got plenty of people money. Like
Yeah.
that's good. But like everybody knew what the deal was. I don't know why they're getting so upset now. Like, what does it matter? You know what I'm saying? They listened to the community. They actually came out with stuff. Like when I talked to them at the con, like they were good. Like it was a good team. They had a working product. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And they gave me a T-shirt.
It's really weird, dude, how it feels to me. All right, so like maybe a stretch of an analogy, but when I was on the baseball team right back in the day, there was always this one kid. His name was Max. Shout out to Max. And nobody's gonna ever know, but he was kind of a little shit. He would kind of like talk a little bit too much. He would always try to fight, but like he was good, right? And he had heart. And like I was always cool with him. I liked Max, right? But everybody hated him. They always gave him shit. And I was like, Max is not that bad of a dude. Like y'all just got to give him a shot. And they all gave him a shot. And then like eventually he was pretty cool, but then, he was still ruining his reputation doing these random things sometimes. And I was just like, man, I can't help you, bro. Like you're just hurting yourself. And that's kind of how I feel with Mad Dog. And we're like, why y'all hating on Mad Dog? Like you should give him a shot. And then they build up. They did pretty good for the launch. And then they come out with some crappy art and they're shooting themselves in the foot. And then they like try to like backpedal that. And then they try to create. It's just like, I don't know, man. It just seems like the community just, no matter what they do, they're just never going to give them a shot.
No, I feel that. And so it's like they use devs from there. As far as I know, the devs were just fine for Mad Dog, right? It's like what people don't understand is like devs from different projects get used all the time. You know what I mean? It's not like those people are singularly exclusive to just that project. No, their job is to like spread out. Like, so devs, you'll find those in multiple projects. It doesn't mean like that's not FUD. That's not like anything to be really concerned with. Like, these guys, like, yo, do we get upset if Pendulum does like shit with Derp Dave because they know each other?
I mean, I
No.
think people liked it. If anything,
Right.
it was like cool, more art from the artist that I think is dope.
Right. Like, he's from another project. Why didn't that get fudded? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't know, man.
it's just it's weird. It's like a weird
Yo, what's up, June? I haven't spoken
it's
to
a
you in
weird
a minute.
situation. What's up, Jim?
It's been a long time since I've spoken to June. Yeah,
So,
I don't know, man. There's just like certain projects that just don't get the love for whatever reason. And I've always known Mad Dog was kind of like that. I think me and you, or maybe just me. I mean, I know that you weren't super against them, but I remember during the mint, I was one of the only people who was like, I'm minting all 10. Yep. Yes, sir.
No,
I'm
I
going
minted
all.
all 10.
Yeah. But
Every one of my friends minted all 10.
a lot of people would come in though and be like, you're dumb. This is the most obvious rug pull. This is the dumbest freaking art. Look at it. It's not shaded correctly. It's not this. Like everybody had something negative to say.
It's not bad. Like I've
It's
seen
not.
way worse. You have to understand, I've seen way worse in the
It's not that
space.
bad. I mean, I don't think it became what people were hoping, right? I hear Mad Dog Car Club, right? I guess I should have assumed that it was going to be a racing game later in the future, but I didn't. I just thought, oh, dogs with like racing jackets or like whatever, like it'll be related to cars in some way. I didn't think it was going to be a racing game, but lo and behold, I mean, once they started coming out with the cars, I should have probably known as well.
Voodoo, don't even talk to me about that trait change crap.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
they
I
had
love
they
the video
had
like
no, you knew, dude, you knew that if you had a mad dog that looked like Carlton from fucking Fresh Prince, that shit wasn't rare, dude. That wasn't rare. You can't tell me like honestly, straight up. You can't tell me like, oh yeah, it was rare. No, it looked like a base NPC, like gang,
if
gang,
you
gang,
if you
gang.
hold up, Voodoo, did you buy the 6 traits because you thought they were more rare?
Yeah, you probably did. What a weirdo.
Because that's like I love you, man. That's just a bad move. I'm sorry. That was just a bad move.
That's like the worst, dude.
I had a 6 trait and I was trying to sell him for like the floor price of a 6 trait because I was like, this shit ain't not worth this. Like, no way.
Scroll down a little bit. Scroll down. Like, just pick your basic bitch one.
I mean,
Like, like the one with the headband on the far left.
That's
like a top 100.
No,
With
you
the red
go to
shirt
the
or
6
whatever.
traits. That's how you find it.
Yeah, just go to 6 trades.
It was because of the way that or was it the 4 traits or the 5 traits? I don't know. No, I think it
I
might
think
have
it was
been
like the
5
4
traits.
traits or 5 traits, right?
Because there was
It's
less.
trying to say these were more rare than like the gold bar, gold skinned, like rare
like
as shit aesthetic.
900 jumped to like 1050, just over the 1K if I recall it. Yeah, they were like 1K a piece, and they might have been the 6 traits, but no, I'm pretty sure they were the 5 traits because there's only 1,000 of them, and it was only Jungle. Jungle was the only one saying that these were the rare ones, and then CNFT or whatever it was just like nope. But
I was like, no,
yeah, that's old news though. It's so dumb that is the FUD that came about for Crasher though. Like
bombers.
Oh my god, that it makes no sense.
And so how much was mint?
Mint was 99 ADA. So they're about 10 ADA below mint. When they first came out, people were just selling them left and right. They were just listing them. I think the first was listed at like 500, and then it quickly dropped to like 200. And then because like I saw it at 400 or something, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to sell mine for 200 because by the time mine actually gets listed, it's probably gonna be like 250. By the time mine was listed, it was already 140, 130. So I was just like, that's how crazy this is. That's how crazy the FUD was. People dumped these so quick. And then there was a space. They went on. They explained that it was just FUD and that they were not associated at all. And then the people in that space, it was full of 200 people. There were 200 people in the space. It was wild. And it pumped back from about 95 up to 135 to 140 and then came right back down.
Yeah. There's no coming back, dude. Like, I don't know what to say at this point.
And there's only going to be 1,500. They didn't even mint out.
They didn't mint out. It's so like, why did they choose that particular time just to FUD, dude? Like, who was the person?
That it always happens though. If a project's gonna get fudded, it always happens the day before or like the hour before a mint. Nobody ever talks about it like a few days ahead of time. Like very rarely does that happen. I find it interesting.
Yeah, it's sad. I think it's sad.
I do want to double check though. Maybe they did sell out and they're holding like 500 for something. So let me
they didn't sell out yet.
Let me just double check that.
L was talking about it in the chat in Spaces this morning.
Let's see. And our production be here soon. Come listen to the space. Good morning. come to our attention and pointed out saying there's see, this was about the Mad Dog stuff, but yeah, no, there's no announcement on a sellout.
And they're even using Avatar Nick, right? They just had a thing Bombers times Avatar Nick, right? Well, Avatar works for Ape Society. Is that a problem? You know?
People find a problem with anything, man. I don't get it. I thought maybe, because we just saw Brave Dogs mint, and then those kind of like came down pretty hard from their relative recent high, right? It was like 500 or 400 or something per dog. Now it's down to like 350, 300 was like the floor before it bounced back up. So I thought, okay, maybe these will be dumped a little quicker, but I did not think that there was going to be random FUD to come out of nowhere and just do this. And it happens all the time. The FUD is completely irrelevant, incorrect, whatever it may be, and then the project just gets screwed anyways. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. I looked at Bombers and I was like, well, I'm at work all day. Because you texted me, you were like, are you minting? And I was like, I can't. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I guess dodged a bullet. I mean, I would have had no idea, right? Like, I was just at work all day.
And the way that they're doing, sorry to cut you off, but the way that they're doing the one of ones as well is they put 2 of their one of ones in the mint. And then the people who hold the most after like a week or 2 are going to get to choose their one of ones that they want to obtain. And then I think 2 others are going to be raffled. So all of their one of ones weren't possible within the mint either, which may have bothered some people, maybe didn't. I don't know.
I wouldn't do it personally, but like, I can see how that would be cool. Reward the people who buy off secondary, right? And then on top of that, like they're holding, right? And then especially like at that point, the only thing that I could possibly think is like, well, what if I get the crappiest one of one? Like if that's a thing.
The crappiest one of one. I mean, it's still got to be worth, more than like 10x the floor, right?
Right. One would think.
So yeah, Bombers said they were launching a token called Crash. I mean, who wouldn't want that? LOL.
Yeah. That's true.
That is kind of funny.
That sucks. Can we talk about Scruffies real quick?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Dude, made a absolutely dumbest call of my entire life. Just saw some art upgrade on Twitter randomly that Scruffies was doing, and I was like, oh, this is gonna sell. Well, Scruffy's floor was at like 8. Literally 8. You can't get much like lower than 8, right? And so I was like, I think this is a play. And so I bought like 50, total of 50. I bought 40 when I spoke to you. Then I aped in, got another 10, and like floors at 25. I feel like if they do more marketing or like whatever, it could hit 40 probably to 50. It depends on what they announce as far as the trade-in goes.
Other than the new art, though, what are they building? It says Launchpad.
It's part of the Launchpad, yeah. So I think they're doing like an art upgrade. There's stuff that's happening that they're not saying directly, but they're doing an upgrade, and I think they're using that art upgrade as part of the Launchpad for JPG.
I was just going to ask, too, did you sweep 50 or 40? Did you use the sweep function?
I did. I used sweep function. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Not going to lie. Because, let's pretend in that if you wanted to sweep those 5, if that's not the same seller, you're going to have to sign off on each individual seller's profile. Right. So if there's 5 there and those are 5 unique sellers, you're going to have to sign off on the transaction 5 times.
So is it just like literally like it pops up, you sign it, and then another one pops up and you sign it, and it just keeps happening?
Yep.
Okay, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
It does streamline it, but
I would just rather sign once. You know what I'm saying?
And have like the back end just use your signature for all of them. Like I clearly signed.
Right.
Right. That would be nice. Yeah. So. Yeah, I was just gonna ask about your little sweep. Because that was
good.
I'm not really trying to sweep anything yet. I don't think there's been anything where I'm like, oh yeah, these are a deal. Let me throw in 1,008 and get a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Maybe Planet Pals. While I was in my Twitter space, L showed up. Shout outs to L. And they were kind of talking about Planet Pals. And they were like, L, like, why aren't you speaking? Are you playing Planet Pals? And so I guess they've been playing Planet Pals. And he was like, no, I can't find a fucking person to play. So I guess it's like, a bit difficult still to find players to play against.
Is it region locked or what?
I'm not sure.
You don't
I
know.
have Planet Pals. It would be interesting one of these streams to just kind of like showcase it, see what's up with it.
Yeah.
Do you have to go to the thing real quick?
5 minutes.
5
5
minutes?
minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in 5 minutes he's got to go bring his daughter to volleyball, right?
Volleyball, yeah. And then we're good. We're Gucci. I'll be back.
Cool.
Yeah, I think there's a couple different things that we were looking at. One being like tool heads. Have you heard about tool heads?
Oh yeah, I've heard about tool
Okay.
heads.
And what's your thoughts with that?
So where is
It might just be in CNFT tools.
You might be right. CNFT tools. Here we go. I think it's going to do well. The only thing that has me a little nervous is the last thing that they did was DGAF, right? So, I don't know. It just felt like they made it and left it. And I don't think they're going to do that with this. I think this is much more serious than a random meme coin. But it does kind of bother me a little bit that they were just willing to do a random meme coin to make the money and just fuck off. I mean, I know it's called Don't Give a Fuck, but I don't know. I expected it to be a little bit more effort, I guess, even though it was a meme coin, like kind of something like Bank. But regardless, the way that people are viewing this is probably similar to Tap Tools, and Tap Tools did really well. So I think we'll definitely get a pump. Will it last? I'm not sure, but I think there's opportunity here for sure, short term.
So is the artist? It looks like the artist. It's similar to the zombie ones. What was it?
I know what you're talking about.
What was it called, dude?
Zombie Chains.
Yeah.
And then they had their Zombie Hunter, right?
Yeah, very much like this. I can kind of
side by side
feel that, especially like the zombie. Maybe it's just the robot looking one that definitely almost like the same style.
A little bit, yeah, kind of like that crazy grin,
right?
But also, these look a little bit more realistic.
I don't know if these are one of ones, but House of Titans has not released a one of one yet. I have seen a one of one.
Okay.
But they have not released it. All that's very like common stuff that they're releasing right now.
Do we have a hint on mint date?
No.
No. Do we have a hint on mint price?
No.
Do we have a hint on total collection size?
I'll tell you this. I don't know the mint price. I do know the mint like area.
Do we know how much though? Like, is it going to be a 5K collection, 10K collection?
Well, so he released this in Discord or whatever, right? And so he said he wants whitelist to be like 80% of the mint. Yeah, I do. Hugs. It's not easy for me to be like, yo, let's get hyped. It's not easy for me, but the thing is like, we have to release things and announces and like bunches and like make sure that we keep everybody happy. And so I can't leak anything at all to anybody because I'm not going to risk it. Like I don't want to lose my job. My volunteer job.
Yeah, volunteer job. So I can put it on my resume, man.
I also don't want to miss out on mint. You know what I'm saying? So, right. And if I miss out on mint, I will be absolutely destroyed. But I think that, so he said he wanted 80% to be whitelist. And so right around like 2K is what we're looking for Discord or something like that. So, I'd probably say like maybe 6K. We haven't really, they do have the number. I do not have the number. You know what I'm saying? So if it's 80% at 2,000, give or take, I mean, that's probably like 4,000 or 5,000 or something like that, right?
At 2,000, that's 80%. Wait though.
Well, they're gonna knock it down. They're gonna knock off, I think, the houseless acceptance in like a week.
But what I'm saying is, when I filled out the form, it asked me, do I want 1, 2, or 3
1, 2, or
spots?
3, right?
Right. So if 80% is 2,000, and I don't know, we could assume 3,000 or 3 each. I don't know if we can assume 3 each, but 3 each would put us at 6K. You
But I
know?
don't think everybody's going to get 3 each though.
Yeah.
I only asked for 1.
I
Like,
put 3, but like I was willing for them to
like an
say like,
idiot.
no, you can get 1, right? But like I'm
I don't.
asking for 3. Like
I don't
I'm doing
know.
all 3 if I
Maybe
can get them.
here's the thing. I think maybe, and this is just me. I don't know anything. I'll be 100% honest with you as far as that goes. As far as what people are getting, I don't know if it's like an engagement sort of thing, like gets you more or like what. But I don't know. I
Yeah.
could see it being that to where it's like, yo, if you tweet this out, like if you follow, X amount of like social media activity or like whatever it is, you'll get 3, you'll get 2, you'll get 1, right? Based on how active you are.
I would like that.
That would be that would be
That's
cool.
cool.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's a new thing. Definitely worth looking into. I'll run that by Apex to
For real.
see what's going on. See if we can't implement something like that.
Yeah. Some people are gonna get, maybe like forgotten, or like, they'll be like, I was there to every single Twitter space and you only let me get 1. Like I don't know, you're always gonna have somebody, but overall, if that could be attempted, I think that's the best, or a really good way to do it. I think I started talking about my idea for trying to get whitelist spots, and I think I never finished it. But my
Yeah.
idea,
Sorry.
no, you're good. That's just, both of us just getting on a rant, or whatever. Anyways, I wanted to do a like quiz live with y'all. So I would ask y'all questions about the project, and then whoever answers first and gets it correct would get like a point, and maybe top 5 could get whitelist, because that way everybody in the chat is not only engaging and actually active during this, but they're learning about the project if they don't know. So I feel like that could be a cool way to introduce people to the project as well.
Yeah.
So that was what I pitched to them. I hope I can get spots for it. I think that would be pretty fun, pretty easy to do. Have a little fun, give out some whitelist spots. But we'll see. Hasn't been approved
Apex
yet.
has so many people like
Oh yeah, I'm in no
after
rush.
him right now. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I could run it by him and see what's going on. Be like,
If
hey,
not, I'll pitch something else. Right? I'll
for the
keep pitching
podcast, whatever it
ideas.
takes. You tell me what you need, we'll do that.
Right.
Right. I think that's cool. That's definitely cool. We're doing L space on Friday.
Okay. I actually have a homie coming in this weekend, so I'm gonna be probably out of it the entire weekend.
Right.
I'll see you after that.
But they'll be in there.
Yeah.
Apex will be there. All the mods, founder, you know what I'm saying? They'll all be there.
Hell yeah. Will it be recorded?
Yeah, I mean, I can ask L.
I know some people don't like recorded, but I'd like to go back and listen to it. And it's not just like a random homie, like, hey, I'm hanging out with my friends this weekend. It's like this dude was a super homie back in England, and he's actually coming from England. So this is going to be the first time I've seen him in like years.
Oh, that's tight.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, you were involved in a space. I think it was like Drama on Cardano or something like that. And you tweeted it out, but it wasn't recorded, so I couldn't go back and listen to it.
It was I was in another space with L and some other people. Brave Dogs were in there too. Crasher was in there. They were explaining themselves. It was that Twitter space. It was just where like Crasher came and wanted to explain like, no, we're not related to Mad Dog.
Here, I gotta put this in check currently.
I hear you kids in the background. Dad,
we gotta go.
We gotta go right now.
I can't be late.
No, I respect it.
Yeah.
Get after it. You better go kill it. You better go kill it.
Give me, like I said, give me like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Talk about DeFi. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put this on mute. I'm gonna tell my son to stay away from this.
All right, we might have a guest speaker, y'all.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm allowed to put kids underneath 18 on here, but hey.
That's so bad. Yeah. But I'll be back.
All right, man. So yeah, guys, while Clean's going and taking his daughter to volleyball, it's only right down the street, so he will be like right back. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. But yeah, we covered Crasher. We covered. Didn't really cover Brave Dogs yet. Let's see if they've recovered a little bit. 339. Let's see where their shares are at. I had one with 75. Let's see if the number of shares. Let's see. 390. Where did I sell mine? Oh, it was a different wallet. Let me go to my other wallet. He's just taking it. You're the worst. Now I gotta go. I think it was in my other wallet. And then over here, Brave Dog. I did not sell it for 350. For 420. Okay. Dude, I swear I sell every asset at 420. I can't complain. It's like a magical number to sell. So yeah, it's about 38 under where I sold it from. Nothing's really, I haven't checked out Open CNFT in a while either. Open CNFT. Let's check out like overall volume. Bank pass holders are doing good. The vault doing good. Apes, man. Apes making me a little nervous here. Anybody else nervous with Apes at 4,800? I bought one at, what was it, 5888? 5888. I'm not too happy about that. Just because I would have bought, I just always buy the bottoms. So, and I don't mean like I actually get the bottom price, but I try to pick the floors during cheap times. So did not pick that correctly. Space Buds too, man. The last Space Bud I picked up was like 222. I just like those numbers, I guess. I'm getting clapped. You going for Li-Fi? When is Li-Fi coming out? And who's that by? What's like their protocol? What are they going after? I don't think I've heard of Li-Fi. Maybe it's on Twitter. No. Clay and Buds make me way more nervous. Apes has infinite things going on. That's how I feel. Apes are doing all these things, but the price keeps going down. So I'm just nervous about that. Li-Fi protocol. One API, all DEX aggregators. Copious official team. I don't know if this is the actual one. Li-Fi. Let's go check out tab tools. Does anybody think that SNEC is going to come back? Like, are people bullish still on SNEC? I just feel like meme coins are kind of done. I think the rest of the things will continue to do well. But I don't know if I'd be putting my money into a meme coin after we had meme coin season. Linkage finance from the Milk team. Sale tomorrow. Every time I think of Milk, all I can remember is that horrible NFT project attempt that they tried to do. It'll probably do well. I think all of our DeFi does well. Maybe like a week. It might do well for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. I see it as a temporary thing, though. Like I said, I'm basing this all off of just like trends, not necessarily what this project is doing. I would have to look into it. Do you need to hold anything? So bullish on SNEC? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's always staying at number 2, which is pretty cool, but you really like scale this out. I don't know. Maybe that's just a giant bull flag. Who knows? Sale tomorrow. What time and how do I get a part of it? Like, how do you become a part of Li-Fi? Who is a part of the pre-sale? Lenfi. And I remember last time we were talking about Lenfi a week ago too. And everybody was like, it's time, you know, it's just going to keep going up. And I think it was like it was like high 12s. And I had the unpopular opinion of not buying that. But it doesn't mean I'm going to be right in the future. I think it was pretty obvious. I mean, that shit was up like crazy. It probably isn't the bottom or like isn't the top. I'm sure it could bounce back off of that, but Yeah. When we're talking about stuff like this, I'm 90% talking about the short term. Long term, like 2-3 years from now, of course it could be like a gazillion higher. But do you really want to hold all of your ADA in this while there's other plays to be made in the short term? That's just what I consider when I think about this stuff. Quick is up 110%. Oh, they just released their token not too long ago. And I know they have the other Quick mint coming up, right? Isn't there another Quick NFT mint coming up? Not sure on time, just public sale. There was a private sale though too. Not sure on. Oh, so there was already the private sale. Now there's the public sale. Man, I was just sitting on my foot, and that hurt really bad. The other day I was working out and I dropped a 5-pound weight on my foot like a dumbass. Stable was getting clapped recently. Yeah. Stable, no longer stable. Actually, it never was stable. This thing moved more than most coins. Congratulations to anybody who got in on these pops, though, or like after the pop or before the pop. You know what I'm saying? There were a lot of opportunities in stable to get in and out. That's just kind of how I feel about most of these things, though, is there's just an opportunity to play them and get out. I don't think I would ever want to just buy these and hold. You never get on SNEC. I got in on SNEC, but not when, everybody else did. I played SNEC. I played, like I was just talking about with stable, how there were opportunities to get in and get out. I got in and got out a few times. I think the first time I made 25%, second time I made 50%, and then the third time I made like 10%. And then I got in one more time. I put in 150 ADA only, and now it's down to about 100 ADA. So down 50%. Yeah. I got in a little bit. I need to look into Quick, though. I have a feeling their token is going to be used for their sale, and I have a feeling that's why it's going up. Quick. Why am I Quick? People were in that cafe. Quick verse. We have now doubted Quick verse. That's way up there. Playable avatars, Mulga Kongs. Quick playable avatar mint. So this is probably what they're talking about. This upcoming one, holding 2 OGs. To be eligible for whitelist. Our airdrop. Quick dashboard. To accumulate quick tokens. 15 factions. What is the quick playable avatars? Playable avatars will be able to pair their NFTs with OG Quick NFTs. This will multiply the amount of tokens. Holder snapshot will be in August. Only on Wi-Fi. Why? I like that people have been doing Wi-Fi because it doesn't get botted as much, it seems. But it also just doesn't have that volume. We're happy to announce, Speed Throne. I haven't heard anything from Speed Throne in a long time. To integrate their game into the Quick Launcher. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. Mint fact. Probably could have just jumped into that. No price. When paired with OG, this will act as a quick... Okay. Each NFT acts as a raffle ticket for a monthly quick airdrop. I don't know. I think it's just another token that's launched, and it's doing well. Probably will dump if I had to say, like every other coin. But I don't know. I really do think that there's going to be moments for every single coin on Cardano. I think there's going to be a gaming moment where Kopi goes crazy. I think there's going to be a gaming moment where Yumi goes crazy. I mean, if you did get in to Kopi during this time, you're up what, 3-4x right now? 5x almost. It's pretty good. But I do think it's going to go more parabolic. Where do I find like gaming coins on ETH? There used to be this list that I had and that I used to follow. The Motley Fool is not the one to follow, that's for sure. Maybe it was this by market cap. Yeah, I think this was it. I think it's just coin market cap. And I'll just kind of scroll down and look at these. Like Engine Coin. Because I have a feeling these are the types of things that we're going to start to see in Cardano eventually. So as long as you're patient enough and you get in on some of these things, there's going to be that moment. We just need to wait for there to be a Cardano is no longer a security moment, or a, nobody cares if it's listed as security moment. We just accept it. We go over some growing pains. There needs to be something, because these things aren't going to go away. If Cardano's listed a security, then that means Maddox is security and all these others are securities. And I don't think they're just going to go away because of that. That just does not make sense. So there's just going to be a moment, like some of these guild games. Where was what's it called? D-Race. That's what I was looking for. So D-Race, what's it doing right now? Because this thing went parabolic and then absolutely crashed. Let's look at the all-time. Okay, so it's still absolutely terrible. Think Gens and Anks will be good mid plays, not financial advice. I did invest into Anks, ENCS, and then I sold out. I had like a 20% loss. And I was just like, okay, I'm not holding any coins that are going to lose me anything. Gens, I need to look into Gens, unless it's Gens, but GENS. They all went up and they all come down, right? That's just what I'm seeing. I think these are security protocols. I don't know about GENS, but I know ANKS was a security protocol. So if there's going to be multiple security protocols, right? A Genius Yield. So because ANKS isn't going to be the only one, even if Gens isn't a security protocol, right? If ANKS is going to be a security protocol and then another one's going to be a security protocol, are we just going to keep jumping from like new one to new one? Just same with like NFTs, because that's kind of how I feel. I feel like these coins are just like NFTs. You should buy them. Hopefully you're quote unquote whitelisted, or you get in the pre-sale and then you sell them immediately and like let the public pump it for you. Maybe not immediately, maybe like 2 weeks later. But that's kind of how these have all been working. Let me look into Genius Yield a little bit. Maybe there's like something on Twitter. Genius Yield official. All-in-one DeFi platform that combines concentrated liquidity DEX on an automated yield optimizer. Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong, because it's going to optimize the yield for you. So I would imagine you have Gen tokens, and then those are paired with, let's say, MinSwap or Kopi or whatever, and then they give you the APY based off of a maximum yield that's based off of an algorithm. I'm assuming that's how it works. DEX coming soon. They have a concentrated yield farm that will fight impermanent loss. Super clean site. So that's what it sounds like. If they can fight impermanent loss, then that means they're not keeping you in the farm that would lose you. Because if you're staying in there, then there's no way that you're not getting impermanent loss. So it sounds like you allow it to make its own decisions for you based off of some sort of algorithm. Have you used it at all? Has anybody used it? Or is it not out yet? It sounds interesting. Sounds a bit, it's got kind of AI behind it if you consider an algorithm AI. I don't know. These things just all worry me. all DeFi worries me. I think it's just NFTs 2.0, or maybe NFTs are DeFi 2.0. They just feel like pump and dumps. Even if they have legitimate things, just like with the FUD, like FUD doesn't have to be legit to make your project lose value. And a pump and dump doesn't necessarily mean that you're illegitimate, but it can destroy your value. They increase your LP when it's stable and decrease exposure when volatile. Not out yet. Okay. I just wonder, when you say increase your LP, do they increase the LP of that pool that you're in, or do they decide which pool is best for you? Because if that's the case, if they do decide which pool is best for you, then wouldn't everybody be in the same pool? And then wouldn't it at that point not make it the best for you? So it'd probably be you still have to pick your pool, and they just time it based off of an algorithm, which is still pretty interesting. I don't know. There's definitely more to be learned here for sure. I'm interested. Now, if these were to come out, right, you pick your pool, that makes sense. If these were to come out, would you do that though? Would you pick your pool and use it and trust it? Or would you wait for other people to use it and see if it worked out for them first? Because I don't know, man. I don't like to be the guinea pig on stuff like this. I tried that. It did not work. But that was only a one-time thing, and that was with Min to ADA LP. And I left it in for far too long. I left it in for over 6 months. I came back and half my ADA was gone. That was no bueno. So yeah, I just have a bad taste in my mouth from DeFi, other than meme coins. But again, meme coins, pump and dumps, I sold out. I think I did the right thing. I just don't see a lot of these things as anything to truly hold. I mean, let's see, Ajax maybe. Everything's always, I know, going to have a top. So you could argue always nothing is to be held. But truly DeFi, these are more than 50% corrections. So just think about that. Like some people might have bought this, the top of like SNEC or something, and then like 4 weeks later, it's up another 10x. But some people might buy the tops and be down 70 to 80% real quick. It's just, you really have to time these things. So I don't see these as true investments. I see these as plays. I kind of see crypto in and of itself as kind of a play. You know, you could go look at the overall chart of, let's do TradingView. Just sign me in. Oh, I'm going to have to do, where's dark mode? Notifications. I haven't had to do this in such a long time. More. Come on, dark mode. Maybe I can go here. No, I can't. That's symbols. This is so ugly to look at. Settings. No. Damn it. Whatever. It's gonna be bright for a little bit. But yeah, we can look at obviously Cardano. Everybody knows should have sold at 350. When is the top? How do you know it's the top? I don't know, man. This is also based off of market cap. That's why it says 100 billion. But 10 billion to 100 billion, that's a 10x. So roughly 30 cents to $3 is a 10x, right? You should be selling these things at some point. You should be using that money to buy back in at another point, unlike stocks. And everybody's like, oh, well, if I do that, then I have to pay my 20% or my 30% or whatever it is, depending on how much you make. But isn't paying 20% of a gain better than losing? Every time people talk about the taxes they have to pay back, I'm just like, I know taxes suck. They absolutely suck. But bro, would you rather lose or win? Like, shut up. I really want to change this to dark mode. Settings. come on. I know you're here. Dark mode on trading view. How to disable dark mode? Yes, I'm doing this on screen.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, you're back, dude. I'm trying to figure out how to get dark mode on the freaking trading view.
Top. Say. I have no idea.
There we go. All right, that was super simple. Over here, where my name is, dark mode. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we were talking about DeFi, kind of talking about how I think DeFi is to be bought and sold, not to be held. Just like NFTs, just like crypto in general. I just don't think these are true investments. You know, you could hold, if you held Bitcoin from $1, okay, you could argue Bitcoin, but still, if you would have bought Bitcoin at its top, you'd be down 50%, roughly, a little bit more. But with stocks, you know, any sort of stock, you'd not really be down that much. You know, I'm not saying buy stocks. We all know why we're here. Stocks aren't going to change your life in the next 3 years, but crypto definitely can, depending on what you invest into. But yeah, I don't know. Investments are just such a loosely used word that it just makes me feel like investing into crypto. Are you really investing? You're waiting for an opportunity to sell, right? You're flipping, you're playing crypto.
I mean, that's what we're all about, right?
Right.
Like this bag. That's why we got this bag, you know?
Right. Like you can't change your life without making the profit. And yeah, like the government's going to take 20 to 30% depending on how much you made, but like that's money you made, you know, instead of money you lost or didn't make. It's still better.
Are you with your I don't know. I haven't looked at DeFi in a while. Let me talk to my son real quick.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, no, we were looking at a bunch of stuff. We have we're looking at like the old coins because I was saying I do think that each one of these coins is going to have a moment on Cardano to sell out of and make a lot of money. Like this is D-Race, you know, obviously D-Race did the damn thing at one point. Definitely should have been dumped. You know, maybe you can argue it'd be a great buy here. Probably not. You know, I'm not going to be buying it here. But because these things have happened on other platforms, it's kind of like you can look ahead and see what might happen on Cardano, right? So like maybe this happens with, you could even say Filthy Rich Horses now, because Filthy Rich Horses decided to make their own, you know, racing game with horses. Maybe a coin comes out for equine, you know, maybe something like that. I think Kopi is definitely going to have its moment.
Maybe equine just comes out at some point.
Oh my God. Maybe.
You know what I haven't heard from? Chronic in a long time.
Will be ups and downs, but definitely not bull top. I would agree with that. I do agree with that. 100%. Figuring out like the absolute best time to get in right now is a little hard though. Because I remember, and what we were talking about while you were gone a little bit was just like some of these, like LenFi. You know, LenFi was over here at like 13 to 12 last week when we were talking about DeFi. And, you know, I had the unpopular opinion of like, I just wouldn't be buying here. And we had a pretty healthy conversation about it. But, you know, now we're down about 30 to 40% lower from that 12 to 13 area. And if you did buy right there, you know, you'd be down a lot. It doesn't mean if you hold, you know, for another year that you won't also be up a lot if you bought there, but it'd be much better to buy here is all I'm saying.
Yeah, like short-term moves, like so good. Like when you're buying the top, there's literally nothing you can do. Either you sell at a loss and you learn, or you have to hold long term, which can be absolutely heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? And so that 40% drop right there that's huge. You know what I'm saying? But it has so much further to go down at this point, you know? But man, I don't know.
I mean, so I like to look at the pooled ADA too. So this had, and I find this interesting. Well, maybe it will, but this was like 4.8, right? 4.8 million. So get out a calculator. I'll go show it on stream. So like 4.8 divided by, we got 4.05. I should have done it the other way around. 4.05 divided by 4.8. And I think it was like 4.8 something. So we'll just say that. No, that's 17% dip, but we're not 17% down. Let's go back to, we'll say like 12 and a half. We'll go a little moderate. Where we're at now, we're at 8.4. So 8.42 divided by 12.5. Whoops. 12.5. You see, so that's a 33% dip, right? So the overall pooled ADA only dropped 15% or 17%, but yet the price is down 33%. So I just find stuff like that fascinating. And I think if we're going to have 4 million ADA pooled, do you think another 8 million or 4 million ADA is going to come in? Right? Not in the short term. I don't think we're onboarding any new people right now. So that's why I think the price of this has a lot more to go down before we go back up. Now, obviously, we could get like a super bullish ADA whale that's just like, nah, fuck that noise, and just puts in like 2 million ADA or even 1 million ADA or even 500,000 ADA, and we're going to see all-time highs real quick, right? So like it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's like low liquidity is easy to double, triple, quadruple your money, but low liquidity also gets you freaking crushed. So I don't know, it's a really tough call. I don't think it's just like, yeah, I'm bullish on DeFi right now. It's just like, I don't know. There's moments to get in, and I think you should also be planning very soon to get out.
Yeah, I don't know. I stopped with meme coins for a while. I don't know.
These aren't the meme coins, but
these are not it. These are actual like trying to build something on Cardano coins. You know what I mean?
Fucking tryhards.
Tryhards, jeez, oh jeez. But it's I wouldn't have the slightest clue, like, to be quite honest with you, about what's gonna pop, what's not. For me, it's like I know people have made decent gains. I know like Greed Malcoin, who's usually in chat, he's made a pretty decent bag on these, and then he fuds every single PFP that he can possibly do. He's like, you guys are idiots. You're not doing anything, and so I don't know.
Yeah. It does seem like there's a bunch.
Do you have anything?
What, like DeFi?
Yeah.
I sold all my DeFi, which was like 80% meme coins, like 2 weeks ago. And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, I made good money in these, and it's reminding me of NFTs when I made good money in NFTs. And then so I would kind of have this mindset of like, oh, so I'll just hold everything else. But then it goes to basically zero. And I'm like, man, if I sold out of every single NFT, even for a loss, I would have like an additional 2, maybe 5,000 ADA before I let it go to zero. And that's a lot of freaking money. So, I was down on a lot of DeFi plays, but I was just like, screw it. Overall, I'm up. Let me just take the rest of my money. Like, let me just take it back. So I sold my bank. I sold, I sold some Kopi a while back so that I could buy bank. I sold out of Venom. I sold out of ENCS, ENCS. Yeah. So I just dumped it all.
Well, if you look, go to OpenSea. I know I always like doing this. Go to OpenSea real quick. And then just go to mutants, the mutant apes.
I don't.
If you look, like, even click on the, like, see what the recent, like, what it last sold for. Just go down.
Last sold for
14 ETH.
Yeah.
Oof. There was one on there that was like 5.8. Last sale was for 42.
20 to 5, 15 to 6, 18.
And so it's very much like, well, do you think this is going to go back up?
It looks like a lot of people are selling for losses or selling for the first time.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. It does
And
seem
so
like people just don't believe anymore, right?
I was looking at this and it was like 10K. One of these cost 10K. And I got a hold of you and I was like, okay, I can afford at least half of one right now. Real stinking easy for me.
Yeah.
And then you're a part of like the ecosystem, right? Imagine if these dude, imagine this, okay? Do you think these would pump? If there's something in the NFT sphere that's going to pump, one would think it is going to be like Bored Apes, right?
Right.
And
I
so
mean,
imagine if we made this play. Imagine if we bought one of these, split 50-50, sold it for like 40 ETH later.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's
And
possible.
when ETH is like 8,000, 5,000.
I
That's
mean,
like
then we got to pay 20% on our taxes, man. I don't know
that.
if I want to do
No,
that.
no, no. I'll just have you Venmo me, like whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, it's crazy to think about, like how many times people have sold for like losses like that. The 14.9 ETH that I bought that at, I could never sell for like 5.9. There's no way.
It's a huge loss. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if there's some people who have made a lot of money throughout that year, they can now take a loss and defer some of that off of their taxes. That does work too. But I mean, I don't know. How many people that actually have these NFTs do you think pay taxes? Like percentage wise?
I'd be generous at like 40.
40%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
I
still,
pay
it's,
taxes.
yeah, no, I get that. But like, there's still a lot of these people who buy in other countries. Right. See, like Voodoo said, none in the US. Like, oh, well, wait. You think nobody in the US is paying taxes? Man, get out of here, bro. Get your. Hey, I was looking though when I did my taxes because they say you can implement a wallet. And I went to go implement a wallet. And the only wallet I could implement was MetaMask. It wouldn't let me use Nami or any Cardano wallet. So I was like, I don't even know how to do my taxes for Cardano.
Well, so there's this one. I forget, it's Coinly. It's called Coinly, and they allow Yoroi.
Oh, okay.
So
But if I never used Yoroi,
right, it wouldn't be on there. You know
right?
what I'm saying? So yeah, you'd have to do all of your transactions on Yoroi, and then go from there.
Yeah, no thanks. That sounds
Yeah,
horrible. Maybe back in the day that was fine, but
dude, that's all
yeah,
we had back in the day, really.
yeah, that's all we could do.
You know.
Uh, so while you were gone, Hugs Not Rugs talked about Li-Fi as well, which is another coin coming out from Milka Media, and I guess he said the public sale is going to be tomorrow at some point. So I don't know. I think that would be a great play if you can get into it, and I would definitely be looking to dump. Pump and dump it and get the hell out. I'm not holding any of these things. I don't trust DeFi right now. There's a lot of money in it. There's a lot of like you said, people have made money on it. I've been sucking other than meme coins. I'm not trying this DeFi. Maybe I'll try it in a little bit. Maybe, I think honestly, I'm waiting for somebody to say Cardano is not a security. And once that happens, I'm bullish as ever. I'm dumping it all.
Yeah.
I think that's all we're waiting on.
I mean, I'm putting, like I said, $80 a week
Yep.
into Cardano every single week. And if it stays at 30 cents, like that, I'm fine with that. We're good.
Yeah.
Because you're talking like 240 ADA, give or take, every single week into the wallet. Like, I don't feel bad about that.
No, I wouldn't feel bad about it either. I think after we do this, these two $500 lawns, some of that's definitely going to go into some Cardano.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, like if you were to put that money into you'll have to put it back in the business, right?
Oh, well, yeah. It's not an LLC yet. And we actually just took some of our profits from the last 2 months and bought a detachable, two-sided weed whacker. but it also comes with a metal attachment to it because we have to do these lawns. And so, like, again, the HOA, man, they've been fucking these people with their lawns. So, like, half of their lawn is regular grass, and then half of their lawn is like this really tall bush of lawn. Like, it's not even really lawn. Like, you can't do anything with it. It's so tall and so thick. They're like mini tree trunks. So we got this little metal blade, and we're just spinning a metal blade, like cutting through it. That's what I did today before I came on here. So, like, honestly today, like, I wasn't as prepared as I normally was. I wasn't looking at stuff, and like, I don't have like my cheat sheet next to me that I normally make, because I was at that house for like 2.5 hours just doing like a fifth of their lawn was this tall bush. And like, I went over it a million times with a metal blade, and it was just like, just taking forever.
Yeah.
But that's somebody's lawn, bro. Like,
that's only in the deep south, dude. Up here we have nothing but bluegrass. So yeah, it's yeah, put some in a Cardano. I mean, if you can.
I mean, everything I have is in Cardano for the most part. So maybe I should buy something else. But
well, it depends on how much. Like, I mean, if it were me, I'd put like a little bit in ETH, because ETH is gonna pump, dude.
I want to buy Bitcoin right now. I don't own any Bitcoin, and I think that the Bitcoin ETFs, like we talked about last time, right now Bitcoin ETFs cannot actually own Bitcoin, and the new ETFs that are trying to be approved by the SEC will allow you to buy Bitcoin and other stocks that own Bitcoin. So I think that the last time we had the 6, because there's only 6 approved, once those got approved back in, I want to say 2020, 2021, that was when we saw all-time highs of Bitcoin. So I think that this is another opportunity for us to see all-time highs in Bitcoin. And it's going to pair up roughly, timing-wise, just like half a year until the bull market, or until the halving cycle.
What's up, Troji?
Yo, what up, J-Hub?
Yeah, he got into House of Titan as well.
Yeah, he was a homie. He was trying to get us into it.
Yeah, I made a suggestion. I was like, hey, man. I went up to Apex. I was like, J-Hub's been in the space for a while. Like, let him in. And then next thing you know, like it. So how it's working, and I'll let you know, this is like, so he puts it into a queue. And then once everything gets passed, like it starts announcing it one by one. And so I knew you were in before you knew you were in. And then it came out like a day later. That's how far the queue is to let these people in. And so same thing with J-Hub. Like, I just messaged Apex and I was like, hey, can you let J-Hub in? He's a homie. And he's like, yeah, consider it done. And then next thing you know, the following day, he was in as well. So the queue for that thing is insane right now. There's so many applications to go through. Sometimes it's easy as just to take a break from chats and stuff like that in Discord, and like cycle through and give people like recommendations, I guess you would say. So,
yeah. And I think it's kind of funny though, because so many people could look at that and just be like, this is so biased. Like, friends give friends. It's just like, well, I mean, yes, but he has been here for that long and has been putting in that work. You know what I mean? Like, sure, he may have not been seen if it wasn't due to clean, but because he's been putting in the work, he's been seen by somebody. You know what I mean? By you.
And that's the point, is like, so when building this thing, there's some yahoos that are going to get in, but we're like vetting a lot of people, vetting a lot of these people and seeing kind of like where their social engagement's at and like what they do. And I know that True OG is like, he's been in multiple spaces. He's beloved by multiple communities. And so I was like, that's a no-brainer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, plus he's killing it. He's killing it in the Discord. And I will say, like, you do have to develop friends inside this thing, because you're involved in like a house, right? And in there, you're going to have a hierarchy. And then from that, like, you're going to structure different things and like be responsible for different things, or like responsible for different things. You know what I'm saying? So
it kind of sounds like a Kid Called Beast a little bit.
A little bit. I could see that, to where like you kind of choose what you want to do, right?
Right.
But in this case, it's like it's different. It's different. It's fun.
You can't
It'll
say
be
too
fun.
much. I got it.
No, for sure not. No. But it's like it's super cool. Like the ideas that they have, and I think what they're gonna be doing is gonna be well received by people. And so
Hell yeah.
yeah. I think dude, crypto, they're saying another year, and I'm like, okay, fine, another year. For me right now, it doesn't seem like a big deal. Like we have plenty of things to keep us busy between now and then. That it's just kind of like, what's another year? We've been dealing with this shit for like 2 years already. Literally 2 years. August 2021 is when it started to shit the bed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's when the bear market started. And so, yeah, geez, it's crazy to think we've been doing this for 2 years.
I know, dude. Shout out to J Hub. Thank you, homie. I appreciate it. We do what we can, but it's because of you, man.
Yeah.
But no, I was thinking like it's been 2 years, but when, like maybe you're struggling in life, maybe you're a little sad or a little depressed or whatever. When you really get better is when you hit rock freaking bottom. You know what I mean?
Are we there?
Right? Like you kind of have this moment where it's just like, it can't get any worse, man. Like, why even be upset? Right? Like everything sucks. Like, why even be mad? Why even be mad? You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like that with crypto. It's like, what's another year? Fuck it. Like, what if it goes to 20? What if it goes to 15? I don't care. Bring it on. Like, I'll just buy more. Like, at this point, it's just like nothing can bring us down, mentally.
Right? We've seen some shit.
Right.
Man.
Like, Bitcoin goes back to 16K. Like, whoop-de-frickin' do. We haven't seen this. Of course, we've been here before. Like,
yeah.
Nothing's going to really matter. Like, nobody really cares right now.
So are you getting into Bitcoin?
I want to. It's hard for me because I don't have too much money. So I think about it. And my goal for Bitcoin, my short-term target is like 100K, which is about a 3X from where we're at. 30K to it'd be 90K for a 3X, but whatever, close enough. And that's where I'd probably sell out. And then I would take that money and put it into either Cardano, depending on where it's at, or maybe some other, cryptos that I think are going to do well. Just because everything is cyclical. Like Bitcoin's going to do well, and then the altcoins, and then the meme coins, and then the NFTs, and then the, DeFi underneath everything. Like that's how it just happens. So like,
right.
I feel like the 3X is kind of going to be guaranteed in my eyes. And then from there, there's going to be another opportunity where the real money's at. So if you can just kind of play the initial Bitcoin move, which I think is easier to play than trying to pick the specific, DeFi or the specific altcoin to do it first, then you can kind of play it a little slower. Sure, you might not get a 15X on Cardano, but you might get a 3X that you can turn into a 10X on Cardano, right? So I feel like that's just a potential play that's in the back of my head that I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I'm splitting between Ethereum and Cardano. I think Ethereum's going to be okay. The problem is like the gas fees, and I will stress this enough. Like the gas fees are still it's still a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Which in that case, then you'd be looking at layer 2 solutions. And kind of what's chapping my ass right now, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you, is Polygon. Polygon sucks ass. I don't know if you know that. For the NFTs, sucks.
But what do you mean by that? Like, what specifically sucks about it?
Dude, it's probably the worst NFT space I've ever been in.
Just the space, the people that are in it, like what?
Kind of. It's like a ghost town.
Oh, okay. So we're rebranding the Cardano, to not be the ghost chain. Now it's somebody else, right?
No, it's for sure not. It's for sure not.
No, I'm not saying Cardano's a ghost chain, but I don't want to say similar things that were said about Cardano about another chain. Even, shit, it might be true, right? But we were not too far away from being the ghost chain. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, obviously we built so many things and we're not now, and Polygon is still very new. So I don't know if the people are like negative, or if like people are just popping up selling NFT projects and then dipping. Like, I guess that is a ghost town. It is what it is. So is that what you're saying? Like people just aren't sticking around?
I don't think so. But then on top of that, it's like NFTs that are coming out aren't great. You know what I mean?
You could say that everywhere though.
I don't know. Ethereum has pretty decent ones. Solana's had some pretty good ones. Like,
I haven't seen Solana's in a while, or
dude,
Ethereum, to be honest.
Solana's like degen central.
It always has been.
You want to talk like the Detroit city of like NFTs? Go to Solana, dude. That place will make you so hard. Like, as far as like dealing with dumb shit happening, go to Solana. Like, they have some really cool things, but dude, like, yeah, I
think at BlackRock. I mean, yeah, BlackRock is like one of those things, right? I feel like BlackRock is kind of its own alpha caller because it's just got so much money that it can kind of just say things and it's going to do well. But BlackRock also is one of the companies, probably the biggest company, trying to create a Bitcoin ETF. And they're going to, I think they threw 80% of their money or 85% of their money into Bitcoin after they created their ETF, which just shows how bullish they are. And BlackRock is, you know, just massive and kind of controls crypto in its own right. So, I mean, I don't like that because we all are about like decentralization. That's what everybody talks about, but it's just not true when, I don't know, you have like the US government owns like 1% of Bitcoin. You have like, I think El Salvador owns like over 1% of Bitcoin, which, hey, if a country only owns 1% or a little less or even a little more, that's really not too bad.
yeah.
But
I
it's
think
it's a lot.
BlackRock's getting investigated though.
We'll see. I mean, Sam Bankman-Fried was investigated too, and they let him walk.
Yeah, dude, he walked, which is insane.
I know it's not every charge, but come on, man.
Yeah, it was.
That shit's so annoying.
Yeah, it was bad when I heard about that. I couldn't believe it, but then again, I could believe it. He paid politicians and other shit like that. So, how's your bags? Your bags okay? Have you spent all your ADA yet?
Totally rigged, dude. It feels so rigged.
Yeah. You haven't spent all your ADA yet, have you?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking to J-Hub. No, dude, no. I put away about 70% of the money that I made off a bank, and I was just like, I'm not going to touch it.
Okay.
And then I spent the other 30% pretty quick. I didn't want to, but I kind of just fell into it. That's why I put away so much of it. That's why I put away 30% or 70%, because I just have these moments where I'm just like, this is a good deal though, and I have the money, so I should buy it, you know? And it's just like, I bought another Space Bud. Now I'm down, 15% on Space Buds again. Awesome.
Right.
Great play. Yeah. It's like, it can't go much lower. Yeah, it fucking can. I'm getting wrecked. And then, I buy the first little bump I see on Ape Society because I'm just like, oh shit, it's starting to bump a little bit. Like, I don't want to miss out again. Boom. That falls back down to its lowest that it's been in forever. So like, now I'm down 20% on Ape Society. And it's just like, I think know these are great, but fuck.
People are accepting, I think, at like 4K or something like that. Pretty close.
Yeah. It's scary, man.
Straight losses.
Yeah. Because some of these people already made their money. And it's just like, well, now they're just trying to get, like I said, a little bit more back. Yeah. Like I don't mind selling, bank at, I don't know, 70% loss from its all-time high because I sold a bunch at like a 10, 15x. So I think a lot of people who made, I do have a jelly.
Jellies. Hell yeah.
I did. The jelly is the only thing that's up right now. So
good.
Shout outs to Block, bro.
Yeah. But I try to get Block. You should talk to him. Ask him if he's in House of Titans, man.
Oh, I'm sure he is. I haven't spoken to him in a minute, but yeah, I should. Yeah. I'm sure he's in it. That dude is like just always on top of things. I have huge respect for him. Yeah. But I got my jelly for 1,900. So yeah, dude, I'm freaking pumped. I got a great deal.
Now I bought the clay Good Charlotte because I wanted to like hold. It was at like 570.
Okay.
Or whatever. And based on the mint coming up with like House of Titans, I was like, I'm just gonna sell it I'm just trying to
Get
liquidate.
some liquidity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I do want to buy a jelly cube pretty bad, you know,
Excuse me.
but I just want to kind of like wait till after mint or whatever to see if like, well, you know, could I flip some or like whatever, like maybe I'll hold. I don't know what the play is, you
So
know.
I think the correct ideology for people like me and you and J-Hub that have a lot, probably Hugs Not Rugs as well, you know, who have a lot of NFTs already, bro, we do not need to buy more NFTs. I
Right.
am the NFT like guy. I love NFTs. I feel you. But if NFTs are going to do well, we got a big bag, homie.
Yeah.
We don't need to even average down right now. Like, we got a big bag of this shit. Hold
Yeah.
ADA. Because if NFTs fail, I know nobody wants to even hear that or like even think about that. But if NFTs were to somehow become a true fad and everybody just like, no, they're done, which I don't think is going to happen, just saying, then you still got your Cardano. And when Cardano goes up, the NFTs will at least go up a little bit, right? So then you can decide if you want to sell out then. But if they're going to actually truly go parabolic, do you need another 50 NFTs when you got 400?
Yeah, you should have gotten scruffies. When I told you should have gotten scruffies.
Yeah.
You could have made a play there.
You bought 40 of them at 8 ADA, right? Were they
Yes.
still 8 ADA after you bought them?
No.
See?
I bumped the floor up.
Yeah. And then you told me about it. I appreciate that.
No. They were. No, I sent you the screenshot. Hold on. I sent you the screenshot of it, and it was at 8 ADA. And I was like, dude, I think I'm making a play on scruffies. You know, they're doing something, and people are going to get hyped up just because it looks like okay art. You know what I'm saying?
And you were right. It was a really good play.
And I was like, yo, I think about getting this into this or whatever. Like, I had never paid attention to scruffies before. It's kind of like doodles or like whatever. And next thing you know, boom, like 2 days, 3 days later, after I bought, like 2 days later, floor price was at like 30 or 40. And I was like, well, probably got to get rid of some of these.
Yeah.
You know? And so, and sure as shit, right as rain, like that was a good freaking play. It wasn't like a lot. It wasn't like life-changing ADA, but it allowed me to like get something else.
Yeah. I mean, look, if there's money to be made, even if it's only like 5% gain, you should make the money. It's right there. But, you know, I've tried to do that a few times. I did it with Planet Pals and it's working out. I did it with Retro Heads, not working out. You know, I bought like 20 of those for like 8 ADA or 10 ADA, or I think a lot at 20 actually. So like, yeah, I don't know. I've tried it a few times and it's just never worked out good enough to where I was like, I should do this again.
Yeah. Well, so far it's like 1,200 ADA is where I'm at, gained from just like this one little.
Hey, if they fall back down to 8 ADA,
play.
I'll buy a few.
So yeah, I mean that's like $400, right? You can't really complain.
Maxes were pretty low at one point too, right? By Phoenix Arena.
They were. They were down to like 30s.
Yeah. These were a good play at one point too. And I debated it, but I think because Retro Heads didn't play out for me, that was kind of the voice in the back of my head, like, you've done this before, you're gonna lose money. And I was like, all right.
I feel that.
And it's a game, right? And everybody loves to shit on metaverses. People love to shit on games too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're building a game on Cardano or a gaming NFT. It doesn't even have to be on Cardano. Everybody's just like, that's going to fail.
Yeah.
So many people are so quick to just shit on games. And it's, you know, it makes sense. It takes forever to make a game. And then you're going to have to sustain an ecosystem of people who want to play that game after it took you forever to build it.
Yeah.
So I get it. It is rough. But so these are doing well.
There's only one game that I can play, and it's heavy metal.
Yeah.
You know,
you can play Planet Pals. We'll try to get it set up for next time.
Okay.
Because I have enough assets that I can at least play. Well, I might have to give you some assets so we can play against each other.
How much do you need?
I don't know. Let's see if we can look that up. Planet Pals. I don't know their website, but
J-Hub, should me, you, and Atlanick all go in and buy a mutant ape? Can we do it, Atlanick? If we can get a three-person mutant ape, right?
What do you need from me? $1,700?
Right now. So it'd be 3K each.
God, no,
Fine,
absolutely
let's
not.
get a fourth in there.
I'm not spending that.
Let's get a fourth.
I stake 2 planets.
Let's get a fifth.
He says yes. Hugs not. Rug says nah. Bro, they're coming down so hard right now. Who knows where the floor is? You got people.
You think the floor is lower than 5?
I don't know. Did you think the floor was lower than 20 when it came down from 80?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Those things, when they were at 40, were projected to lose like 90% of their value, which is where we're at now.
Yeah, he said, fuck me. I don't have that kind of money. Dude, that's so hard to dump on one NFT, man.
Well, okay, fine. Let's get a pool of 10 people. That's $1,000 each.
They're 10K right now?
Yeah, they're like 10K. Okay. Now, when it sells for 40, everybody gets 4 ETH. You know what I'm saying? Or if it sells for 20, everybody gets 2 ETH. That's at whatever the price is. I don't know, man. It might be a play, to be quite honest with you.
You know, while I'm building this business and like most is going back into it, I'm going to have to say no. Maybe like if this was a year or 2 later, like, because honestly, bro, I was thinking about it and I was like, I don't want this to be a reality, but I might actually have to miss CNFT Con again this year. And like, I don't want that to be a thing. Like, how can you miss 2?
Yeah.
You know?
Start a Nick Dow. Start a Nick Dow right now.
Start a Dow? Oh my God.
Everybody
so the
throws
IRS
in.
or whoever can be at my door tomorrow.
No, just imagine it. And then what you do is you buy the ape, hold on to it. You can attend all the like alpha groups and other things like that. If they get an airdrop, we can like decide if we want to sell it or like whatever. There's all different sorts of business ventures with it, like buy apes for apes, where subtract gas fees. That is true, Hugs. God damn it, I forgot about gas fees.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, dude, start a DAO.
Look, I stay by what I said before, because if ETH NFTs go back up, then so will Cardano NFTs, right? We have enough. I feel like I have enough NFTs. I have my Ape Society, my Jelly Cubes, my, mutants, not mutant ape, but mutants. Like, I've got some good projects. If things are going to come back, I'll be just fine. I don't need to like put myself in a bigger hole.
Okay.
That's just how I feel about it,
Fine. Whatever.
But yeah, I can't figure out how many I need to play this game. If anybody knows, I know Elle would know.
I have an Earth.
Yeah, I've got an Earth. I've got a lot of Mars or Jupiter is one of those.
Okay.
They got a pretty big team.
They all look like the old people that suck at golf.
Hubbadow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
You know what's funny too, dude? I don't know if everybody thinks this way, but if you see a guy like this, guy's kind of got like, frizzy hair or whatever, probably not like, as clean cut as some of these people who look professional.
Right.
I view these people as the smarter people in the group.
You think
I don't know
so?
like Alex Karp looks like this from Palantir. Okay. Really scruffy hair all over the place. Let's see if I'll get a picture of Alex Karp.
Palantir's on the hot list of stocks to get into.
This is Alex Karp.
Yeah, right? I feel that.
And I think I don't know. He's kind of got a little bit of like some Elon tendencies to him too. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Palantir. Anyways.
Yeah, all these guys were at the like J-Hub said, all these guys were at CNFT Con. They were all pretty cool.
Rather get a group of 25 and choose a product or a project on ADA to pump, but you didn't hear that from me.
That is true. I mean,
I do wonder though, when people talk about pumping up a project, if you take 25 people and they all put in their ADA, the very last person to put in their ADA, do you think that person's still making money?
What?
Like if somebody were to pump a project with 25 people, there's definitely you can't buy them all at the same time. And even if you did, somebody's going to be buying at a slightly higher price than the other person.
Well, I mean, so if we're buying it, right? So you all have this wallet that's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a multi-signature wallet. Okay. And you go and sweep the floor on like Ape Society, right? So let's pretend like each person gives like 2,000 ADA out of the 25. That's 50K, right? So that'd be like 10 apes, 5, maybe 9.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Between that, like 10 or between like 9 and 12.
But it's a risky move because it's like if people see like, oh, somebody swept or like whatever, then people are like,
dump.
oh, now's the time to sell. It's going to lower
Yep.
the floor price, right?
Right.
So that's rough. But if you were to take 50K and put it into scruffies,
yeah, I feel you here. Yep. 50K, you getting like all of these.
yeah,
All of these. You pumping it from fucking 35 all the way to like you getting
200.
You probably pump it up to like 150.
Yeah.
You know?
And so
Probably giving somebody a migraine scrolling like that.
Yeah. But I mean, if you guys want scruffies, hit me up, dude. I got like 20 more to give. And that's it.
Been trying to get Dilly from Old Money to start a DAO. Call it the Dill DAO.
The dildo. That's pretty good.
You can
Yeah.
fool the ADA. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, DAOs, I mean, let's be honest. Public DAO, not great. Like a alpha group that you pool all your A together and then like sweep some shit and like make DDN plays, smart. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants to like make big moves, but not everybody can, right? And so getting a group of like me, you, Hugs, and like J Hub, right? And I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but to all sit there and like pool ADA together and be like, all right, what are we getting?
How many
And
Brave? Sorry, go on. Finish your thought. I'll answer that
Brave,
later.
no. It's fine. Go for it.
Yeah. How many Brave dogs did y'all mint? I minted the one and then I sold it for 420. That just seems to be the magic number that I happen to sell stuff at. I think I sold like 2 or 3 items at 420. So that's like my lucky number.
That was a good move. Their floor kind of got shot up a little bit. It went from like 290 to 339.
From its low or from yesterday?
Low yesterday was like 290 something.
Let's see. Minimum sale price 277 yesterday.
Yeah.
That was 2 days ago. Yesterday was 297.
Yeah, it's like 290 was the floor. Not bad. I mean, I'm looking at, what's the smart play? Is it shares? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that the play? Okay, Ace of Gaming, yeah. He asked, like, how many shares does your dog have?
So
is
my
it
dog
smarter
had
to buy 150? One at 150 or 2 at 75, right?
Yeah, no, the shares right here, I had 75. So like mine was just barely better than average. And if you go and you do look at 75, the most recent purchase was 370. So I still sold it for 58 above that. Yes, like some did sell for above 420, but only one, I want to say. 2. But again, like you're not going to time it perfectly. So
right.
I think I sold it for a very good price.
What's the floor on a like 150?
Probably decently high. Let me see. 150. So that's like the start of like some pretty high ones.
Yes.
2K.
Okay.
No. Sorry.
No.
1K. 1K.
So yeah, we're back to like day one mint. This is what they were kind of at. So what is 75? What does that look like? Floor on 75.
75, 390. So about 38 lower than where I sold.
So the smart play would be to buy 2 of these dogs as opposed to 1 at 150.
Right. Yeah. That's a good play or a good idea as well.
And also, it's easier to offload 2 NFTs at that particular price, probably than just 150. I don't know. But I was looking at that. That kind of intrigued me. What's the 550? What does that go for?
550. Oh wow, these do get pretty high up here. There's only 2 at 550.
Yes.
8K, 8.5K.
So these are like the one of ones and stuff.
Yeah, these look sick.
What about 140? What is 140? Sorry, I could do this all freaking day.
900.
So there's literally not a whole lot of difference between 140 and 150.
Right. And probably like
So
98. So let's go back to though.
I really like that second dog right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. J-Hub minted 3 and got a 50, 50, and a 55. I am so sorry, homie. That is like almost the worst you could possibly do. I am so sorry.
50, 50, and 55.
All under 1,000 rarity, though. I don't know. Does that matter? Like, all right, for real, if you're into Brave Dogs, do you value shares more than you value rarity?
I think so. Like, look at the classes, the divisions. Because I think this matters too. Go down the one that's like 98. Yeah, the Braveheart Syndicate. So these are the ones that are like 150 shares and stuff like that.
I was gonna say, I think the divisions are related to the shares. So like, let's click on him. Yeah, 140 shares, and then let's try another one. 140 shares. Let's just try one more just to make sure. 140 shares.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know, man. It's kind of like, what is the value, right? So what is the value of this? When you think about this, like only 100 of these things have 150 shares, right? But you're telling me that I can buy 2 of these things and get the same value and not spend as much.
Right.
The play, I think, is buying the 70s.
If you believe in the company, which is always what it is, right? Then yeah, that's what I think. So LSIF Gaming, moving forward, if they dominate the minting scene, the share will have much more value, I feel. What are your thoughts?
100%.
I think, of course. I just don't know how the shares are going to be divided and if they're going to fall into any sort of legal trouble under calling it a share or under how they divide it up, if it'll be called anything, if you'll have to like tax that. There's just a lot.
Well, and it's semi-annual. So it happens twice a year. You know what I mean? And so when you think about that, that's like if they provide the minting for, especially during a bull run, holy shit.
Shares go by experience pass or dog tag better. I'd have to go in and look into their Discord. Let me see if I can find something.
What do they get? I wonder.
I just want to see how many, like everything gets, because I don't remember how many shares the dog tags get.
Is that a light paper or no?
It might be.
Utilities overview.
Monthly scholarship opportunity up to 180 credits that can be used to mint NFTs using Brave Mint.
Experience pass. What is that?
So
click on that. Yeah.
Perks. Okay, so this doesn't look like you get an allocation. What about the dog tag? Okay, semi-annual revenue share from Brave Labs based on the number of shares specified in the metadata. Okay, so
let's click. Let's see what that little bitch says.
Yeah, let's see if dog tags also have their own. I'm glad to see the dog tags didn't go down either.
So this is number of shares, 25.
Okay, 25.
No way. Terrible play.
Yeah, as far as shares are concerned.
Yeah. That's the dog's tag.
I think all of them are 25. Let me double check. Oh, okay. No, they're not. Some have 110.
fuck it. Let's go for it. See what the 110 is.
Probably not being sold.
They're not even being sold.
105. Nope.
Nothing.
Yeah. So the top ones probably just aren't being sold, which is fine. There's not many being sold. Holy crap, that's crazy. Only 5 are listed.
If people are holding.
Hell yeah.
People like the project.
It's a great project. So that was the other thing
good.
That's the other thing I was going to say. Like, you say if they dominate the minting scene. No, I think they're going to continue to dominate, and I think they already are dominating the minting scene. You know, I think it's a great project.
Because what was the one? Peppermint?
Still,
Peppermint really shit the bed, dude.
Oh my god. Dude, did you see?
So bad.
Who was that project? They recently minted, and they messed up like everything on the project.
Yeah, like everything. I forget what it was.
It was on Twitter. They made a huge thread about it.
They made a huge thing.
They were pissed.
I was just like, they were so pissed. And so I was just like, yo, what's his name? NF Devils, yeah.
Oh, right.
And Crypto Heaps is part of that.
Whoops.
And he's been going on there some shit lately. So, I don't know. Yeah.
Where was it? It like every single part of the thread has this Peppermint rug pulled the NFT devil or NF Devils community. Yeah. It's just this isn't the full thread. But yeah, basically they messed up the mint. They were on vacation while they were supposed to be helping them. I mean, this is all from NF Devil's side point of view, you know. Yeah. I don't know if they've responded to it yet. I haven't,
not that I've seen.
Back up. I think this is it. Yeah.
But then Crypto Heaps is running that, right? And so
right.
We also had the problem with what they did with Spicy Coin.
Yo, shout outs to iHold as well. Have you seen iHold? iHold is like a rapper, and he's got a bunch of these, but he has one called Spicy featuring S Dizzle. You know S Dizzle, of course, right?
Yes, of course.
So yeah, let's see. Maybe we can listen to it on stream. Can we listen to it? It's fire. Okay, hold up. I can't hear it on my side. Let me fix the audio real quick. I actually really like the Spicy track. It's worth a hear. But yeah, he's kind of similar to like Awesome is JL in that sense. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Crypto Heaps is going through some shit right now.
Oh, this is muted. Okay. Now let me go back to the screen.
Bless you.
I'm not there. Having so many tabs. All right, here we go. And then I gotta stop the screen, present the screen, share the screen, and go over to entire screen, share audio. Boom. Okay. Now we should be able to hear it. Let me know.
Yep.
Yo, Dizzle, we gotta get on this spicy track, bro. I-ho!
That's really spicy. Holy shit!
Spicy, 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 yes, spicy, 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 spicy.
It's me, she's in a spicy going through numbers. Who blundered the bag, never not me, you're screwed under. That kind of logic, hoping that you can sort of stop it. We finna orbit, check the fuel while I check the rocket. Bitch, I got it, I seen it before, I'm Dizzle Diamonds.
Yeah, this works, bro.
That make me obnoxious, flowing conscious. Anything else is just nonsense. Pure dominance, I walk with a sense of prominence. It's raw, I'll take my blood. This force is fresh, but don't get it fucked up. I scuff these motherfuckers stomping on back of your tub. She was right at the floor, did it. 2 of them stacked in back of the truck. I'm a high stepper. Hit a bitch with a ghost pepper. A poltergeist, I could ghost her forever. She ain't noticed no better. Till the game gave minimum effort. I'm done with it.
Ooh, it's getting spicy.
Here's a juice who sitting together. In the eye of the storm, I'm just storming the weather. For a night and forever. Can't you see it's gas on me? And we gon' run this bitch down till the tank on E, motherfucker.
Spicy, spicy,
Mucho caliente.
That's so good.
So yeah. Yeah, I really like iHold. So shout outs to him. He's always in spaces. He's always making music, always releasing. So Yeah, I
That's
just had
pretty
to
tight.
had to share that about spicy because man, it's too perfect.
But yeah, if you went through some shit with spicy,
uh,
you're going through some shit with peppermint. It down bad.
it's a
Bro's
rough
down bad.
time to be a fan of peppermint.
Yeah.
But
I think it's Brave from here on out. I mean, I don't
probably
know who House of Titans is going through, but I would
I would
highly suggest
imagine it would
Brave.
be Brave.
Yeah.
You know, like I would just put money on it. Like if I had to bet money, I would say any NFT project coming up, you should use Brave Dogs. I think
Right.
they're also the fairest price, if I'm not mistaken. So
What I'd like somebody to do if Brave Dogs is going to do that, they don't have a coin though, correct?
there will be a coin, I think.
I would like for somebody to do like an NFT to where you can buy the NFT in Brave Coin, like set up a collab with somebody to where they can use ADA, Brave Coin if they want to mint things. You know, you can stake your NFT and earn Brave, right? And then you use that to
Super bright.
do things on there. Buy their NFTs or like whatever it may be, you know.
I'm like 90% sure they're going to be doing a coin of some sort. I could have sworn I saw it somewhere. Like dog or bone, could just be Brave. I don't know. Maybe I can't find it.
I also like their mystery chests.
I was gonna say too. Always gonna be minting that from block. Like that's just always gonna be revenue.
Which is good, yeah. I don't know. With semi-annual, like, dude, I have no idea, you know, kind of what the ceiling is, you know, for that.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty interesting.
In the video, and I was like, I literally don't know what it's gonna be first day, first week, first 4 days. Like I don't, like I thought the safest play is to always mint and then sell the first day. But some projects they just keep kind of going. And I thought that Brave Dogs might be one of those projects. I didn't hold and believe in that. So like I sold, but Brave Dogs was one of those projects that definitely had the potential to.
Yeah, I think they're going to go up for sure. Like, I don't know if it's going to be further than where it is now, but I mean, if you were to make a play, I'd probably stick with 275s instead of 150. If you can afford something like that, that's what I would
agree.
do.
Yeah.
100%.
And I probably wouldn't be buying the dog tags either. I'd be buying the new collection with the shares.
Yep.
And they're basing it off of like true revenue, not like profit,
Right. So if you go back to Brave Dogs, what's the floor? It was like 349.
339, I think. 335.
So then even if you were to buy 3 of those, let's say at 50, they'll give you 150 shares, but that's still 900 and some odd ADA. The best play you can possibly make right now, buy 275s.
True.
If you were trying to get actual shares, the best thing that you can do is probably 275s or 360s. I don't know. You'd have to do the math. I'm not like them.
I don't know. I believe in the project, and I believed in so many projects and still lost money. And I've had successful projects, So like even Dirt Birds, I feel like is undervalued, and it's just frustrating to kind of hold these NFTs that I think are great and just not see any of the returns on them. Right. So I'm personally just waiting for a buller market to start. Yeah. Like, I feel like we maybe hit the bottom for a lot of these NFTs, but did like the true bull run start and like not even close.
Yeah. He's asking how big Discord's doing.
How was Big DC? I mean, Big's Discord's doing fine. Go check on him. I went in there probably like 2 weeks ago to look at some of their coin plays. So None of them went too parabolic. None of them did too great. One of them was ENCS, which is why I got into it. I was like, okay, I appreciate some of those. And there was an opportunity to get in and get out, just like everything else.
Yeah.
I held though, and I lost. So that's why I just keep having like moment after moment that's just telling me don't hold anything.
Don't hold.
Yep.
Don't ever hesitate.
Listen to I hold, but don't hold.
Don't hold.
Yeah.
Don't actually hold.
Yeah. So I just had to make sure that I wasn't in any alpha plays while I open this up.
Yeah.
So this is his announcement. Oh wow, his happy 1 year was just like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Shout outs to BIG for
Did a whole video on
1 year. Hell yeah. I did not see that one, but shout outs to Block. Block's always doing great, Like he might not always be, because I know he had like a period where he wasn't releasing too many videos, but it was because he was moving and building the project and doing other stuff.
Right.
But he's been pretty much grinding out these videos. He's still building on the side, so yeah, can't go wrong with a Jelly Cube. Like I said, it's the only thing I'm up on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hope that answers your question. I mean, it was a little ambiguous. Like, how is their Discord?
You
Doing
can't really
great.
show too much of his Discord, considering.
Yeah. Like there's, like I can show you what I'm a part of, right? Like I can show you the alpha calls, and like I'm not gonna like click on each one of these though, obviously. But yeah, I mean, there's always, notifications. There's always somebody making a play, somebody talking about some of their ideas, which is exactly what you want. So I think that's pretty much, everything that we got. We looked at Block, we looked at Brave, we saw the Crasher Mint.
Did my favorite one?
About House of Titans.
Did somebody buy my favorite one?
Of what?
Brave Dog?
Which one do you
Nope,
like?
it's still down there. It's on the second row. I might scoop that one up. I don't know why I like it.
You said it was this one?
Yeah.
It looks cool.
We pretty much covered everything.
Yeah. I think I own too many NFTs to really try to pinpoint an entry to buy more. I tried to do that, got another Space Bud, down. Tried to do that, got an Ape Society, down. Did that with Kotaz, down. So like I'm just chilling for now.
Yeah.
I'm not I can't, It would be foolish of me as an investor to continue to do that. But do it live. What are we doing live?
He wants me to buy that thing live.
Of course. It's been a while since you've done one of your random live purchases.
Right. I'm doing live selling right now, so trying to liquidate a little bit of scruffies. Feel free to buy somewhat close to the floor if you want to get in. They got new art update. Toolheads. We talk about Toolheads.
Yeah, a little bit.
The only thing that bothers me is, like you said, their last drop or whatever.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that I would be concerned with. Other than that,
just because like they just didn't try that hard, in my opinion, with DGAF. They got the hype behind it, and then we're just like, see ya, good luck.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They're definitely not going to do that exact thing with Toolheads. That's for sure. This is an NFT. This is more related to their name. It's a little bit more serious. So I think it's going to do well. I think it's similar to what Tap Tools did with Tappy. So maybe you see some Tap Tools kind of drop off, some liquidity coming in to buy up Toolheads. But I don't know. We'll see. What is going to be offered that Tap Tools doesn't offer?
Yeah.
But everything right now is utility driven. So there's not really an art project to buy. There's not really anything crazy like that. Do we know? He said, wait, was DGAF by CNFT Tools? It was.
Yes.
Yep. Whitelist too fast on the Discord grind. They will fill soon, I think. Yeah. And I didn't like try to get a whitelist spot or anything like that. I was just, I don't know, dude. Sometimes I just get so tired of like trying to like go around and get like a whitelist spot. I'm just like, I'll just wait.
Yeah, you have to get pushed by me. Be like, put in your application.
Yeah.
Dude.
You were pushing me. I had Scottish pushing me. I had Voodoo pushing me. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. But like, I really do like, help me out here, House of Titans, like I think the artwork's cool. And more so because like now that I know that you're going to be in it and some other people are going to be in it, I'm just like, okay. But
It's a little bit safer.
yeah, just like seeing new things pop up all the time. I'm just always like, originally, every time I see it, I'm just a little frustrated because I'm just like, another liquidity crunch for Cardano, like another one, you know? So like it takes me a while to kind of like trust it. Yeah.
To warm up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
And even though it's CNFT tools and I think it'll do well, it's just like the same thing. I'm just kind of like overstimulated in a sense. I'm just like, oh, I just want to like see what I've bought already start doing well. I want to see these OG projects start to do things. I don't want to see new stuff all the time. Like just mutants, what are you doing? Like Space Buds, what are you doing? Ape Society, like come out with something, hype us up, like jump into space. What is going on?
Yeah.
I just want to see
Congo
it.
stays in spaces.
He does.
You know.
He does.
Panzerati stays in spaces. But I mean, like,
I'm talking about like a release though. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know. And so here's what you need to do. Trick yourself. Just open up a new wallet that's blank and just look at that. And just be like, this is refreshing. No NFTs in here. Great.
Yeah. Nah. Too many NFTs.
I have
too many wallets, too many NFTs. I did create a bunch of wallets because I wanted to mint the absolute shit out of Brave Dogs during their public mint. But then I realized it was only for certain Discord roles for public. So public wasn't even really public. So
public as long as you engage, right? Mallards are always active. I consider getting a mallard. I know they're on a dip.
Yeah, dude. And that was the other thing. I bought mallards and I thought those were going to go up too. Like I bought too many things. Mallard order 530. I think I bought.
I mean, that's
kind of for 570. I want to say 570, 550. Is it in here? Oh yeah, I've been dumping my quack heads for like 20 ADA.
Okay.
Yep.
Smart move.
Yep. I saw what they announced, and it was basically the founder like being angry with like some of the decisions or like FUD or something. And I guess like while he was away for 2 months, a lot of the mods or people who were handling it had some other ideas on how to take it over in the direction to lead the project. And he came back to people talking about different directions. And he was like, what the hell? But it's like, bro, you were gone for too long. Like they wanted to make a contingency plan, basically. Right. You know, like, can you even blame them? Like they could have just left and not had any belief in the project. But instead they were like, you know, we could stay, we could help it. So I don't know. You know, once I saw that, I was just like, man, you can't just leave for 2 months. I don't care. Like, you just can't do that.
Right.
You know, and that was similar to what happened with NFT Seeker. You know, we all saw how that went. Like, so anytime, that's like one of the ways I look at OG projects too. When I went to go get rid of all my Discords, I just went straight to announcements. If it was longer than 2 months, then I left your project.
I'm out. Yeah.
Like, you could even tell me anything. You make an announcement, say you're here, like say something. But nothing?
Is Stevie still with Seals?
That's a good question. I did look at Seals, but I don't remember.
They're announcing stuff every single day, basically. Or think participating in something.
Yeah, I think they are building something. Let me bring this back over.
Because I never turned in my merch.
Right. So here's Seals, right? Like, look at that. Like, announcement, day later, 2 days later. These are the announcements I want to see. Right? Like it's still about staking. It's always about staking, right? Because that's what they're working on right now. You're keeping people up to date.
Right.
You know, and these are pretty big announcements too. Like they're making sure it looks nice. They're going through and they're talking about every little thing that probably people will have questions on. These are good. These are good announcements. Now the project's not doing too hot, and I get it. They did take, I think, a month or two off. But right now, currently, they're doing well.
Right.
As far as announcements, like this was a 10-day span, not the worst. It happens, but you know, that's kind of what I'm looking at. So I hope so. I hope Seals continue to keep doing stuff. Stevie's a cool dude. C-Matt's in here. I'm a huge fan of C-Matt. Talk to him sometimes on my free time. He's a part of Alpha Surfers, which is like another alpha group. They just minted not too long ago, but yeah, I think that's everything. I'm kind of, you know, I'm running out of energy. I didn't get my workout in because I was freaking doing the lawn this morning. So I'm going to try to get a workout in. Appreciate y'all for watching. Clean. You got anything you want to say?
House Titans. That's all I'm saying.
House Titans.
If you're smart, House of Titans. They're gonna do shit differently. Like, I think it's gonna be good. We're good. And then after that, I mean, I don't know.
Tool heads, maybe.
Tool heads, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, all right, homie. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, J-Hub. Appreciate you, Elsif. I appreciate you, Voodoo. Appreciate everybody in here, especially Hugs Not Rugs. Got to give a shout out to you, homie.
Yep.
But yep. Remember to go out, see your friends, see your family. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys. Peace.